As you know, I am on this weight loss journey and I'm in the race to lose 40 pounds. And I have come very close today to hitting my 10,000 steps. Yet I'm so far away. So I need 2,500 more steps. So in order for me to be more consistent with my 10,000 steps a day quest, my new thing is going to be walk it like I talk it. And I'm going to get on this motherfucking treadmill and I am going to talk about these motherfucking books that I have been listening to but haven't been able to recap because I have been doing other things. I started a business, I'll say beauty, and it has taken up so much time that I have not been able to recap my books. So let me tie up my shoes because I got on my walking pad like, let's get it. Okay, I'm gonna try not to go off on tangents, but I'm of a certain age where we kind of just go off on tangents. We basically left off with her parents. We were talking about how her mother had it up to here. And her daddy was an ain't shit nigga. Okay? He was worth less than these pennies that they finna get rid of. He wasn't worth the quarter. But you know what? But if they're getting rid of the penny, if they're just continuing that, wouldn't he be somewhat valuable? So I ain't gonna say the penny, child. I'm gonna say this nigga wasn't worth the quarter. He was a lying, he was a scheming, he was a dirty backstabber. You's a lying, cheating, Sonnava. And so this man ended up twirling his dick all around town. I'm gonna call him Big Dick Willie. Big Dick Willie must have had a big dick. Big Dick Willie decided to have trysts all in the church. So not only was he fucking women out on the street, he started to take his community dick into the communion hall with all of the constituents of the church. Now, Frederica ended up finding out. And so one day after service, there was a little brouhaha. So Frederica has a Barbara Shirley moment in front of the whole congregation. And see, now this is the thing, and this is why I can't stand, I'm not the traditional person. I'm not that religious type. So when I see shit like this going on, I be like, y'all hypocrites. Y'all the reason why we got the nigga we got in office now. Him and his minions, his whole cabinet. Family values. The whole church know this nigga's up here sticking his dick in every hole that he can possibly stick it in. And they see this nigga and they don't say squat dilly to him. They just let him go on and they just turn the blind eye. We don't talk about that. Don't nobody talk about Bruno. So now everyone knows about your philandering phallus, your prickly penis. And so all this, and it still did not deter him to start back fucking with this woman again during the springtime. You know, springtime is when, you know, things are in bloom. It's about new life, rebirth, re-fucking, bringing on the sin. We ain't too good to bring the spring in and he sprung in. Frederica did what so many of us refuse to do, which is leave. And what she did, it just started stripping rice away. Frederica turned into Frederica Trump. No more cooking, no more cleaning, no more. She like, if you want all that done, have that bitch do it. And like every don't you know no good ass man, he goes to ask his daughter, like, daughter, hey, can you wash your dad's drawers? And I'm looking like, you want your daughter to clean your Bill Clinton briefs? Cicely, being his favorite, she's like, yeah, Dad, I got you, no problem. But during the day, Cicely forgets. This man comes home, sees that his drawers ain't washed. So he's probably like, it's a scheme Todd set up. You didn't clean my drawers on purpose. So he gets upset. He destroys the house. And I don't know what type of strength her God gave her that evening, but I would have took one of them pots up against his boing, yoing, 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 yoing. So he goes around the house, tearing up the bedrooms. He threw out the meal that she had cooked. Now, first of all, I'm be mad as hell because I'm tired. And I still came home and I cooked and you threw my shit out. That is going to turn me into an assassin. So he then goes, takes this iron and bangs the dresser, messing up the drawer. So now she can't open up the drawer. So Frederica's sitting back. You know when a woman is fed up? When a woman just sit back and watch you do all this shit and she don't say nothing. She just be sitting back in her little chair. Like, that's strike 3, brother. Okay. So he goes and he puts on this scene and he storms out the house. So with him gone, she gathered up her kids and she takes the kids to the food cart that he works at. But of course he ain't there because he out tricking. So she asked Mr. Taylor, his business partner, like, hey, can you watch these kids for a minute? So while she's off doing her thing, the kids are now with him. So Mr. Taylor gives her brother Melrose 25 cents as an investment to go get some brown paper bags, shopping bags. He comes back with a handful. So he sells them for 2 cents each. He gives some bags to Cicely. He gives some to Emily, and then they go and they sell the bags. Now at this point, Cicely is developing beyond her years. And so some things were stinging. And you know how we have a whole administration? We'll just say that they like them very young. While Cicely is trying to sell the bags, get her hustle on, she approaches a white man. She approaches someone in the Trump administration, it's like grandfather. And he looks at her and he says, well, I don't want the bag, but if you let me touch them, I'll give you 5 cents. See how they do? Cicely, at this young age, has already experienced like her first emotional abuse. She's aware of her body when she shouldn't have to be at this young. Now she shook it. So she goes back to Mr. Taylor and now she's like, she's like right under his side right now at this point. So mama comes back, she scoops up the kids. Let me tell y'all, mama went and got her a whole new damn apartment. Okay? After leaving, she returned to the apartment. She yanked that mattress. She moved her money. Never let your right hand know what your left is doing. She went and got some boxes. She packed. And then she goes and tells the reverend. She's like, yo, I'm leaving Willie. Now, this is a good reverend. This is one of the reverends that Drewski was talking about on his skit. He went and he helped her. He went back to her apartment, helped her pack up, because you know he has the moving company. So he helped her pack up and move her stuff to the new apartment. This is what we need now. See, he was all about mobilize and strategize. He had his head on straight, that Reverend Byron. Willie comes home. Willie sees that the family is there packing up. But they ain't packing up his shit. His shit's still sitting there. So he's looking like, what the fuck is going on? She's like, yeah, I'm taking the kids. Why do women say I'm taking the kids as if it's going to hurt the man? The man wants you to take the kids. He hopes you take the kids. What he going to do with the kids? The kids ain't going to do nothing but tie him down. Frederica may have been very annoying to me, but she was the typical black woman. Outside of being so hell-bent on keeping her kids so structured in religion, she was resilient. She was resourceful. She found an apartment and moved her whole family within a day. I can't even balance my damn checkbook sometimes. Willie gets his own spot, and that's how they remain throughout the remainder of, the next few years. To risk it all. And then this is religion logic, right? The mom blames the woman and not her husband for tearing up the family. She don't got no commitment to you.
With everything that has happened the past
owes you
week,
nothing.
with the
She
bonito
may owe
balls,
you an
everybody getting all their
explanation, but that's all she
feelings,
owes
all
you.
of the
Your
housewives
man
and all
owes
that.
you the loyalty.
The two
That woman owe you
Americas.
nothing. And that's the end of chapter 4, which is transitions. And let's see where I'm at.
Y'all, I was nowhere near getting my 10,000 steps. I had to continue walking. But a bitch was also out of breath. So I realized that I had not closed out the video, so I'm coming back today, the next day. I'm at work to let you know that that is the end of the video. That was end of, I think that was chapter 4, transitions. Of course, they would be loud. And then the next chapter will be the two Americas. And let me just say, the way these white folks have not been able to adjust the bonito bowl, how they have been throwing tantrums and writing long ass posts and making commentary about feeling excluded because they wasn't excluded. Shit that was happening in 1920s, 1930s is still happening in 2026. The next chapter is called The Two Americas, so you can see where we're going with this next chapter. So I'm gonna try to edit that and get it out to you Thursday. All right, see you guys in the next video. Bye.